Uno, dos, tres. This video is a 3-in-1er. Hello, my fam. It is Perez, the queen of all media, the original influencer, and your #1 source for everything It Ends With Us saga. First, as I mentioned yesterday, the digital expert who, according to Team Baldoni, did nothing other than monitor chatter on social media, Jed Wallace is trying to extricate himself from this situation. Even though he was a late addition to Plague Lively's complaint, he is arguing jurisdiction, venue, meritless claims. Let me go. I didn't do anything. Lawyers for Jed Wallace say that in an upcoming motion that they will be submitting to the court, they are going to redact some information. They're also asking that other information they submit be sealed because this information is personal, private, medical information with regards to Jed Wallace. And we all know how this high school graduate thinks about that kind of information, right? So the judge responded, cool, all good, motion granted. Please submit, redacted, and it will be sealed. Additionally, as I previously shared with you all, Sarah Nathan, an editor-at-large with the New York Post, has been subpoenaed in the It Ends With Us saga mess. Earlier this week, the sister of Melissa Nathan, yes, Sarah is the sibling of his crisis PR expert, she filed a motion to quash the subpoena submitted for her and the information she may possess by Delulu's publicist, Leslie Sloan. So, in response to Sarah Nathan's motion to quash, today, Leslie Sloan's attorney filed a letter with the judge asking for a timeline put in place that would give her up until June 17th to respond to Sarah Nathan's motion to quash her subpoena. And then Sarah Nathan would have a week after that to respond to her response to the response to subpoena. Responses upon responses. And just like with Jed Wallace, the judge has granted that request. Meanwhile, Variety has dropped this article. It says, Justin Baldoni, Jay-Z, and Smokey Robinson are countersuing their accusers. But New York's Speak Your Truth Act could level the playing field in defamation suits. Basically, there is a parallel legislation working its way in New York that might be made into law, similar to the one not that long ago enacted in California. That law is meant to protect real victims of sexual harassment from retaliatory defamation lawsuits by their predators. Real victims, though. And the timing of this and the framing of this, it reeks of Nick Shapiro. He is Betty Buzzkill's crisis PR expert. Jay-Z, we've already established that one woman who brought claims against him, which she then dropped, has been proven to be a liar. So he absolutely has every right, and I think should sue her. And thus far, Justin Baldoni has receipts, proof, timeline on his side. And I think he too is absolutely entitled to and should sue his accuser. He's not been found guilty of anything and probably won't once the trial is said and done. So this got me thinking. I honestly was not paying attention to that law in California when it was being drafted and voted upon. But now a similar thing might happen in New York. Is this a good move to protect women and men? Men can also be the victims of sexual harassment. Should this law be enacted in New York? Something to consider. And I would love your thoughts. Let's get into it all in the comment section.